All right, everybody, welcome to Music City Trop Rock Season 2, 2025. I hope y'all are ready for this. I already got some great people lined up and working on a bunch more this season. So we've got a lot of things to get to. We're going to do a little bit of, I got to do a little bit of thank yous and some intros here, and then we're going to get into some more stuff. Uh, I want to shout give a shout out and thank you to Jorge and Ileana Diaz from Music on the Bay. We just got back from there last week, and we had a blast. And they just run a great event down there for a great cause for the Shriners kids raising money, and we just had a blast. And just looking forward to it next year. And anybody that got to go down there, they know what kind of great event that they put on down there. And Whiskey Joe's was in great shape, and it was just everything about it was great. And let's see. Tonight we have Miss Kirstie Kraus with us. She's got some new music coming out, and we're going to talk about a couple of things here in a minute. But first of all, we've got some trop rock news. So hold your ears for just a second. All right, I can't figure out how to turn that down. This is high budget here. So I had this written out and I lost it. So I had to rewrite it real quick before we came back on Trop Rock News. This is in no particular order. Let's see right now. Let's see, January 16th. January, that's already done. Never mind. Strike that from the record. Let's see. What's the first one coming up? Oh, March 22nd, Concerts on Canal in Perdido Key has Mike Nash, and that's going to come up later. We're going to talk about Mike Nash. If you're down there in Perdido Key, be sure to check out that show. Let's see, April 12th. I'm trying to go in order of dates here. April 12th, Jonas Lawrence Band has a CD release party going on. They got some new music coming out. That's going to be in Austin, Texas. And they gave me the name to that and where it was going to be. And I wrote it down on the other piece of paper that I lost. I can't remember where he said it was going to be. But if you're a member of the Austin Parrot Heads clubs, you probably know where that is and can look it up on their Facebook page. Got to hang out with Jonas this last weekend. That was pretty cool. Or 2 weekends ago. Let's see. And then May 1st through 4th, we got the Northeast Regional Parrot Head Convention. That is the Margaritaville Resort in Cape Cod. So if you're up that way, be sure to check that out. And then we have some really big news. The biggest news I want to talk about here is, let me open up this email. So we've been working on some things, and Mark Mulch and I kind of did a announcement while we were down there on Radio Trop Rock for Music City Fin Fest coming out. We've been working on this. We've been scheming on this for a couple of years now, trying to get this going. And we finally have a venue and have some people in place, and Mark's helping us out. And we're going to get this going. It's going to be this August 15th, 16th, and 17th. It's going to be called Music City Fin Fest. So if you're in Nashville, or if you want to come to Nashville for a Trop Rock event, for a Trop Rock festival, music festival, come on down. I have some details here. It's going to be, it's going to be, and like I said, I just misplaced my paper, so I got to go back to my text message. Hang on. It's going to be at the outfield and that is a park at the Wedgwood, Houston area, south of Nashville. It's going to be for a charity. The charity is going to be for TRMA Artist Relief Fund, and got a pretty good lineup so far, and still working on some things. Here's a lineup in no particular order. Let's see. Well, let me tell you first. Friday, August 15th, there's going to be a VIP meet and greet party. Still working on the venue for that, but that's going to be announced. It's going to be a ticketed event. And then Saturday the 16th will be the actual Fin Fest. That's going to be from 12 p.m. noon to 11 p.m. free to the public. So I know there's probably a lot of people in Nashville that might not know what trop rock is, or might not have been exposed to it. Or I'm telling you, there's a lot of good artists and singers and songwriters in this genre. So come on out and check them out. Some of the people that are going to be there are Donnie Brewer. He's going to have full band there. Tom Shepard, going to have full band there. Miss Beth Travers is going to be there. Mark Mulch will be there. Manalo is going to be there. It says full band and trio here. I'm not sure how that's going to work out. I'm not sure if we're going to have a full band backing all the people. I don't know that detail. It might be that way. I don't know. So I'll just leave that out. Manalo is going to be there. Aubrey Wallette, Mr. Jason AC, myself will be there. Miss Kirstie Kraus and Crystal King, 4K, will be there. I don't know if they're together or separate, or we'll have to ask Kirstie about that. Newcomer to the scene, Miss Sarah Bug is going to be there. Jesse Pugh and Brecken Miles is going to be there. And then Sunday, the fun's not over yet. Sunday, there's going to be a Hit Songwriters in the Round brunch show at 11:30. And this is going to be, I think Mark is hosting the first round, and then Tom Shepard is going to host the second round. So we will be sure to make it out to that. I don't know I guess I'll be playing it. I don't know. But that's big news from Music City fans. We're putting together our own Trop Rock Festival. So with all that out of the way, we're going to bring Miss Kirstie Kraus. If I can remember how to work all this. It's been a long time since I've done this, so bear with me here.
Hey.
There she is.
Oh, we're here.
We made it. Kirstie, welcome back to Music City Trop Rock.
Yes, thank you so much. I saw so many online photos and videos, and I heard so many good things about Music on the Bay this last weekend-ish. So congratulations on playing, and that's just so cool. It's such a fun festival.
Oh, yeah, it was awesome. That was my first time there, my first time to Tampa, really, ever.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it was awesome. We didn't really get to go out and see, like, we wanted to go to Clearwater Beach, but we just didn't have time. We wanted to be there, listening to all the people. I need to try to look at the camera. See, I'm out of practice. Look at the camera. We wanted to be there to see, all the people and the acts and everything. And it was really fun. And the weather was really nice. It was warm during the day, but at night it got pretty chilly with the wind blowing. Everybody had hoodies and coats and stuff on by the time the sun went down.
Yeah, I was heading back, like right when the festival had started. I was heading back up to Nashville, and yeah, Florida, like during that time, even Key West, I was just kind of wrapping up a 15-day run. And of course, stopping in Key Largo because we'll get to that. But
yeah.
But yeah, it was really windy in Florida this time around.
It was windy. I guess it's just the crazy weather we've had. We've had crazy weather here in Nashville too, so it's been all over the place. Snowing one day and then 60 the next day. So
yeah,
it's false spring is what they say.
Mm-hmm.
So, Kirstie, season 2. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Can you see that? Alien invasion. Are aliens going to invade Earth? Yes or no?
I wouldn't use the word invade. I love all your fun questions, by the way, every time. But I wouldn't use the word invade. I feel like they are going to come peacefully and be like, hey, guys, okay, we did this before, but we'll do it again for you because you haven't figured it out. But here's what you need to do in order to get ready for all the radon technology that is about to come your way. And we're about to blow your minds with all this new technology. So I think they're going to come with a helping hand. Is it going to be scary when they come? Yeah, because it's weird and different. It's probably going to look really funny in the sky, but I think they're going to come to help, not to like shoot us all up. For lack of better, yeah. Sorry, guys.
I don't know. I have my own beliefs about that, and that's a whole other podcast. I don't think aliens really exist. So that's what I think. So I think it's all going to be a deception. I'll leave it at that.
Okay. Yeah. Because that's a rabbit hole we definitely go down.
But I have you marked down for yes. Kirstie Kraus is yes. I still have not framed the other one. I pulled it out today and wrote season 1 on it. I got to hang it up on the wall somewhere. Let's see. Okay. So here's something. You are the first guest. Of course, I haven't done that many shows, right? But you are the first guest to appear twice on my show. So you are a repeat guest.
Yes, racking up the stats. I love it.
You're a record holder.
Yes, I am. I'm a record holder. And it's funny because your question last season, which if anyone missed it, you should go watch it. But it was asking if I think the Sasquatch is real, and I was bringing it up, and I was bringing up the video, and he's like, "Oh, I remember that interview." Like literally, like it was remembered that interview through that question. So it's fun.
Yeah, I knew you were a repeat, so I couldn't ask you the same question. So I had to come up with something different for
I like it.
this, so it seems to be relevant. There's a lot of that, going around in the news right now, and on social media. But so you're kind of like, it's kind of like SNL Saturday Night Live has the Five Timers Club where they
Yeah,
have
yeah.
the
Oh, yeah.
hosts that have been on there a whole bunch of times. Yeah, so
I'm like that. Yeah, I'll take it.
I got to come up with a name for the club here. So let's get right into, I was scrambling trying to get this together and straightening out my studio room here because I've been scrambling trying to work on new music and doing demos I'm trying to put an EP out this year. So I've been kind of
Mm.
scrambling doing stuff here. So I kind of was behind the eight ball getting all these questions together.
Oh, well,
But
I'm sure it's gonna be great. It's gonna be great.
so let's talk about your new song, Largo, with Mike
Yes.
Nash.
Yeah, I'm really excited because, Palapa Mac Radio and Radio Trop Rock and a few others have already jumped on board, like some places in the Netherlands. So all that's kind of starting next week as far as hitting radio, and then it will come out on the streaming platforms on Friday, March 21st. And so I kind of describe it as very much like a Bon Jovi and Sugarland vibes,
Mm,
like the "Who Says You Can't Go Home" song.
right.
Very thick guitars, like driving, like super fun, and it's like a heartwarming love story. So very much a duet, though. Mike and I are like singing back and forth, and it's hard to perform without another person on stage. It's pretty much impossible.
That was gonna be one of my questions because I've thought about writing some duets, and then I thought, well, if that person's not there, then it's gonna be difficult to sing on stage, so I've kinda shied away from that, but so
Well, some of them are like because I've written duets and some of them are okay because like I'll sing my do love or my duet "Who Am I Gonna Love" live, and I will just sing the whole thing, and I won't even change. I don't need to change my voice. It
Mhm,
still makes sense if it's coming from the same person, but
yeah,
this song in particular is very much like the guy is singing to the girl, and then she's answering, and they're talking about their love story, but back and forth, and it's almost like this internal dialogue moment, and so just between them, and so it is, yeah, it's weird to play live. I played the chorus live down in Florida because Judd and Gail were at the show, and they're like, "Can you play a little clip?" And I just played the chorus really quick. And I'm like, "That's all that I'm going to do today."
well, listeners, she sent me a copy of the song, and I got a sneak peek preview of it, and it's a good song, I like it.
Yay! Thank you.
Let's that's my wife's favorite place in the Keys is Key Largo,
Oh,
and I really like it too. I love the Caribbean Club, and, uh
okay.
and we like to go, it's got really good kayaking. If you can find a place that's got kayaks, you can go back in those mangroves and kayak, and you can see all kind of,
Oh,
manatee back there. It's really cool.
that's awesome. I need to go kayaking down there because I've never been.
So tell us about the creation of the song. Let's talk about songwriting. Like because I'm all about songwriting. Whose idea was it? How did it come about?
Yeah, so Mike reached out to write, and then when Mike and Ash asked you to write a song, you say absolutely yes. And so we ended up finding a time that worked out for us to write in person, not even on Zoom, which was super cool. He came over to the condo, and he had that idea to, yeah, call the song Largo, like trying to remember in my brain, and very much like they meet, and we just kind of fleshed out this storyline, and it really just kind of fell out like very very quickly, and it very much feels like a conversational kind of song, so I think that's why it came out so quick. But I
Mhm.
remember he does this like, like pacing thing outside when he's thinking, and I'm sitting there like typing everything I'm thinking so I can just like get it out of my body. And so that's just kind of a little bit of details of how we both write. Like the person where they stand up and they just kind of like, they're pacing and they're thinking, where
Hmm.
I'm like the one that's like, okay, let me just say this out loud. Let me just type this out loud and get it out of the way, like that idea, so I can move on to like the next thing. But yeah, he's very much like, let's write something that's like Kenny Rogers meets Dolly kind of duet, Islands in the Stream, but make it more rockin'. And I was like, that sounds great. I'm so on board with that. Um, yeah, it really just came together quickly.
That's a cool idea how you turn the name of a town into it's really a love story, you know.
Yeah.
And that's
Yeah.
kind of,
And
go ahead.
oh, I was just gonna say a love story where, they meet on spring break down in Largo, Key Largo, and then 20 years later, they're still together. I mean, they end up just making this whole relationship, getting married, and they're still together. And then they're like, you know what? We need like that little magic back. We need to go back to Key Largo and live that again, and bring it back to how it originated. And they go back and they feel the magic, and they're just like, well, we love it here. Like this like works for us. Maybe we should
Right.
stay. And
Right.
then they decide, to hell with Chicago, let's keep it in Largo. And they just decide to stay.
You kind of answer one of my questions. I was going to ask, did you guys get to write in person? Because that's kind of a rare thing nowadays. Most people write on Zoom or just text back and forth or message, whatever. So it's really a treat to get to write with somebody in person in the same room, because you really get a feel of that person and their style.
Oh my gosh, yes. And especially for a first write. With Mike living in Knoxville, like a couple hours out of Nashville, it is really hard to get us in the same vicinity, like at the same time. And then we also got to do that again when we recorded vocals for this song. So I think that was really helpful. He was very encouraging in the vocal booth. Like, he's like, put that grit in your voice. Like, let's get this, and like, let's try this. It was really great to have him in the studio, and we got to record vocals on his birthday. So it was
Oh,
like
awesome.
it was a treat. And then later they did their birthday celebrations later after we got done recording. But it's very rare for us to get in the same city.
Did you guys record that in Nashville?
We did. We actually recorded it a couple blocks over from this building, at BMG. We recorded it up there, so it was really cool to be able to like do a little tour of BMG and record vocals. And we basically kind of got the run of the room and was able to like record our vocals how we wanted to. And the producers like in and out, so it was really a hands-on like experience.
Well, it's cool. I know that everybody's gonna enjoy it. It's a good song. I know they're gonna what'd you say, March 21st? Is that what you said it's gonna be out?
Yeah, Friday, March 21st, so less than 2 weeks from today.
It's just around the corner. I saw you on, because I've been doing my research. I've been doing a little bit of research, trying to
Sweet.
catch up with what you're doing. And I saw you on another podcast, The Heart of the Gulch,
Yeah.
and you played a song called Lime Time.
Yes.
So is that also a new song? Is that unreleased? Is that something you've recorded?
Yeah, it is. I haven't recorded it. It's unreleased, which is why I thought it would be perfect to kind of have that moment featuring that song. I wrote it with Bill White, and that was we've written a couple times, and Lime Time has just gone over well. Like, I just started performing it live, obviously on this last like Florida tour. I was performing it live, and it just seems to like have this thing that clicks. So I thought, this will be on brand as I'm like talking about Largo, and about to release a beach song that I just kind of like, as a bonus, put that out there. So I'm so glad you got to hear that. That song is
Yeah.
fun to perform.
So do you have, and this is kind of just a singer to singer question, do you have like a bunch of original songs that you do in your live show that probably nobody's like, that hasn't been recorded or released, that you do and you try them out, you know, on your crowds, and then kind of refine them as you go?
Oh,
Is that your
absolutely.
process?
I'm a firm believer. Yeah, I'm definitely like, I skip the demo process, and I often my demo process is just singing the song live over and over because I've noticed like the melody changes, or maybe I add a couple things, like I add some embellishments that feel good,
Mhm.
and it slowly, like over time and over a couple months, like becomes really like embedded in what feels good and how I want
Mhm.
the song to be represented. But yeah, I have this like, thanks to Crystal King, who's coming on your show soon, I have this app and it's just like a ton of unreleased songs that
Mhm.
I just pull up and I will try them out and just see what the reaction is and see what the energy is in the room and you know, all the songs I write isn't for every room. So there's stuff like, okay, a sassy song would be great right now, like a country sassy song. I'm gonna play that. Or no, like maybe something a little sadder, like they're really listening. So I just kind of gauge that and I'm like, this is the moment to try this song. Like I get excited, but I definitely think performing music live is my strategy. Like that is for sure what I do.
That's the way to go. I'll tell you, I made a mistake this weekend, and it's on that subject there. I had written this song here very recently, and I was gonna do a demo for it, and I sang I played out Saturday night, so I was my voice was kinda tired. I got up yesterday, spent all day, I kinda picked out the key where I thought, "Oh, yeah, that's gonna be good," you know? Spent all day working on the demo, got up this morning, listened back to it, and thought, "That ain't gonna work. That's the wrong key." So I've been spending all day today redoing it, putting it in the key that it should be in. So,
Yeah.
you live and learn.
You know, earlier, like actually right before I got on here, one of the things on my list to do was to finish the band email because I have a big band show coming up this month at a place called Category 10, which is Luke Combs's place. Used to be Wild Horse Saloon in
Okay.
Nashville, as you
Mhm.
know, because you live here. But I have this like band set list. I was going through keys before I sent it out to the band for
Mhm.
the show on the 27th, and I just wanted to make sure that I got all the keys right so that the band didn't start and I started singing and I would be like, that feels weird. You know, like I wanted to
Right.
get the money keys is what I call them, but like the,
Mhm.
the key that like feels like it fits the best for my voice. So I was yeah, just doing that. And it like I'm covering a lot of guy songs. So I wanted to make sure I like
Yeah, that
made
can get
the
weird with keys.
figured out the key. Yeah. And I know that a lot of people downtown Nashville, like they have their guitars and stuff like I do too, as well, tuned a half step down. So yeah, a lot of like G sharps I'm throwing at them and stuff like that. And so I just
Yeah.
want to get it to them in advance.
You know, what was I gonna say? I also play half tune, half step down. I had a thought and it escaped me.
Okay.
But, getting on with my list here, maybe I'll remember what it was. You I have seen you host a podcast. I've seen you interview other people, and I tried to go back and look and figure out what that was, and I couldn't find it. Will you tell us about that and what that
Yeah.
was? Okay.
Yeah. So my hosting or my love for that, I'm gonna give you probably more than you just asked for. But
Yeah, go for it.
when when I was little, I had one of those cassette like things where you push the button, you hold the microphone, and I would go, "Hello, folks," and I would like go and interview my aunt, and I'd be like, "What was your favorite thing for Thanksgiving, the Thanksgiving meal today?" And I would be like 4 years old doing this, so really like, and I started singing when I was 2, so it's kind of always gone hand in hand, just any form that form of entertainment on both sides. And then I used to always say I wanted to grow up and get paid to sing and talk to people. It was always both.
Yeah.
But my journey with being a host and an interviewer started in 2020. I joined the brand called the Backstage Pass, and I started doing virtual interviews just like this. And then once the world opened up, I joined a country line. I joined a brand called Enter the Atmosphere, and just kind of cut my teeth through all that stuff, and eventually did like red carpets and in-person interviews, and that was a little scarier for me
Mhm.
only because I had to have everything kind of memorized of
Yeah.
what was going to happen. There was no cue cards. I remember the first time they were like, can we hold your cards for you? And I was like, you didn't tell me. And I was like freaking out. But luckily, I almost remembered everything. I just want to say, like, really quick, hey guys on YouTube, I see all the comments. It's really cool. So thanks for being engaging
I
and doing
forgot
all
to
the
look at the
comments.
comments. So are there comments?
Yeah.
See, I need a producer that can keep up with this stuff.
Yeah, I finally clicked on that and I was like, oh, there are people tuning in.
Awesome.
Love it.
That's funny you said that about the when you were a kid, because I have a tape right over there in that box, a cassette tape of when my cousin and I was probably 10, he was probably 12. We did the same thing. We were doing a mock radio station,
I love that. Oh
and
my God.
we filled up both sides of the tape. It's hilarious to listen to, but it's
We
just
need you to share that at some
no, I'm gonna burn it.
point. No, we need that. That is great. That's
So
fantastic.
so which chair do you like better? Do you like being interviewed, or do you like interviewing other people?
I I think it's more thrilling to interview other people. Like I just yeah, you have to be way more on. You have to be way more like kind of ready and proactive. Where I feel like in the artistry, you have to be more reactive, and you kind
Mhm.
of know you're just like having a conversation. Where
Yeah.
in the interview chair, you're more like running the conversation. You know, so
Takes
I
more
think it's more
preparation,
thrilling.
yes. Takes more
Yeah,
preparation so you'll know that you have things to talk about. Because yeah.
right, right.
Uh, so yeah, this is still, you know, I'm still learning how to do this. I'm not a good talker in public. I hate speaking in public. I can sing in front of anybody, but I don't like speaking in front of people. So this is me getting out of my comfort zone to try to get better.
Well, I think the fact that you're even using like this StreamYard technology and all the things and have all the things, this is great. I mean, this is absolutely fantastic. And I do want to say I need to catch one of your live shows. Like that
Oh yeah.
is on my bucket list.
I was looking at your March schedule thinking I need to try to come out to one of yours in March, because you're playing a lot around Nashville, but
Yeah. Come out to
March is,
category 10. I'm nervous and excited for that show.
I know March is very busy for me too, so I'm gonna try to make that happen. But talking about shows, you just got back from the Florida Trop Rock Festival.
Yes.
Can you tell us about that?
Yeah. Okay. That was great because it was Sparcia Winery was the host of this festival and the location. They have an amazing giant stage and it ended up getting rainy. So we all like backup plan quickly moved in underneath the patio, which made it for a very like fun and almost more um, like intermediate. I can't find the word right now, but like intimate like
Yeah.
experience. And we were all like laughing and joking, and everyone made like a great thing of it. But I tell you what, the wines there, I'm all about that. They
Did you
have
sample them?
yes, they have a $6 special to sample all of their wines. There was 19 wines that they go through, and
Oh
then
wow.
you rank them, and then you basically pick your favorite and then get a glass. And it was a really fun time. Everyone was just in good spirits, and I cannot wait to like go back either as a patron or performer because that was really cool location.
I saw the pictures on Facebook and I thought maybe it got rained out or something, because I saw the stage and then I saw the, like you
That
were talking about, they
we
were under the porch. I
rallied.
was like, I wonder what happened there.
We rallied. We moved stuff very quickly. They have the sound. I forgot the sound man's name, but he's really cool. He was almost gonna buy speakers for me, but he was on it. Like we were able to just quickly move into a new location and get everything ready to go. So yeah, I was very pleased with how they did that, and obviously the wine.
Yeah. Speaking of sound men, sound guys, a little insider information for anybody listening that doesn't know this. I learned a long time ago, when you're setting up and getting sound check, you compliment the sound guy's equipment during
Okay.
sound check, and then he will treat you right. You
Yeah, I was like,
compliment.
oh, they know it. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you tell. They
I'm
show.
always like, this is gonna, yeah, be a little detailed for the people who don't do music stuff. But I'm always like, hey, I have a Sennheiser. I kind of go into like, let me talk some lingo with you mode,
Yeah,
so they
yeah.
know that like I've been around the block, like I kind of know what's going on. Or I'll be like, roll off the 5K a little bit on my voice. Like I'll start saying like a little bit of technical stuff, and
Technical,
then they're
yeah.
like, they look at me like, okay, all right, like we
Right.
got you.
Well, you just got back. Where are you right now? Are you in Florida right now?
I'm in Nashville.
You're in Nashville. Well, I saw you and Crystal King, or just got through, are in the middle of a big Florida tour
Yes.
jaunt y'all are doing. How was that? Are y'all still doing those dates, or are you done with them? Or
We finished. It was a 15-day run, and my mom was able to join us. Shout out! I know she's on watching. She was like, kind of looks at my schedule, and she's like, I would like to go to that run down in the Keys. That sounds great, and Florida. And so we were in the middle. We obviously stopped in Key Largo a whole bunch. I did a bunch of videos, which I'll be releasing now for the next like couple weeks, teasing the
right?
song. But yeah, we did in the middle of Keys, and then went into Key West, and then came up and did the Tampa area, which I always feel is like another home to me. So it was a good run. It was good, like 14 days, and then
Awesome.
drive days. Yeah.
Does I've noticed that she's with you a whole lot when you go play. Does your mom help you out on the road, like with your shows, with your merch? Do you put her to work
Merch.
while she's out there?
Oh my gosh, she helps with merch setup, and then just like keeping track of what's sold. And if she's there, she's helping with that
She's
stuff
free
for sure.
labor.
I don't know about free all the time, but she's gonna comment. No, I make sure she's happy.
That's good. That's good. Keep mama happy.
Yes.
So you want to talk about any upcoming shows that you have?
Yes. Let me look at the schedule, since there's a lot. I've been playing the Nashville Visitor Center, which I love. I play some places in Franklin. That's like pretty much March is all here in Nashville, and then I am here for most of April, and then it's pretty much I start making trips out. I'm going to be in the Midwest a lot. I'm going to be making my way to New Orleans for the first time in May.
Awesome.
Um, I'm going to be at Pearhead Rendezvous and
Mhm.
PCB in April, at the end of April, and then the beginning of May, going down to the Key West Songwriters Festival and going back to like Key West
Mhm.
and making our way down there, and then playing. This I need to look up. The first part of May, May 3rd, is at the Yard for a house concert. That's right in Tampa, right by Whiskey Joe's Tampa. And then we're going to be so that's 4K, and then 4K will also be at the Hawk's Nest in Ocala on the May the 4th. Be with you. So super, super excited about those two house concerts in May. That will be really fun. Yeah.
You're a busy lady.
I try. I definitely try. And there was a lot of, I'm really happy we're doing this, because there's just a lot of, I want to make sure that I celebrate this song correctly, because I am really excited about it. So it was like, let's do shows, let's do interviews, let's like get after it, because I really want this song to get out there in a special way.
Yeah, media tour.
Yes.
Uh, what was I going to say? I was going to say recap the information about the song.
Okay.
When's it coming out, and where's it going to be available? Tell everybody.
Yes. And it's coming out Friday, March 21st, and it'll be available on all the places. So YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music, whatever, Deezer, whatever you use, it will be available. It'll be on both Mike Nash and I's platforms. So super excited. And then of course you can
Awesome.
request it on all of your Trop Rock radio stations where you listen to those music. That'd be great.
Yeah, for sure. I remember my earlier question. I was going to ask, Do you and Mike Nash have plans to perform this together live anywhere?
Yeah, so we performed it. Our first time performing it was at Meeting of the Minds at the Hangout, like with his full band. And so I have a clip of that, which I shared recently with my mailing list people, and then I will share that video soon once the song after the song's out. But I hope we can perform it next time for Meeting of the Minds, and
Yeah.
really anything that if we're on the same festival or things. I don't have anything on the calendar right now as far as shows for us, but we've definitely been talking about like what can we do even in picking up in 2026 to like be at the same show and be able to perform the song. I do have a stand-in that's going to come and perform the song with me. I have a big festival in like July and just like some interviews coming up where we're performing the song live, and I can't do it alone. So I have like a buddy that's going to come and help me play Mike Nash's part. But obviously, like Mike Nash is his own special, unique, talented voice, and there is no replacing him. But I'm just glad that someone's willing to sing the song with me.
Is that guy 6'7" also?
No. I love, like, in the video that he sent me, he was like, okay, take 431, I swear. Because I was like, man, you got to send me a video so I can edit this together. And we posted it yesterday. But I was like, please just send me whatever. You can be in the plane. I don't care. Just send me the video. And he was like, hey, Melissa and I are in Belize. Like, because why not? It's beautiful. Like, his essence and everything about him just makes me laugh. And from day one, he has been so supportive and so like just shoot me straight, like so helpful on so many things. So this is literally like a full circle moment. I've been waiting a long time to be able to release this song, and I've definitely been working on it a long time.
Well, awesome. I know all your listeners and fans are looking forward to it. Last but not least, Kirstie, I want to talk about Self-Care Sunday.
Ooh, I like it.
Because I saw your video. And I wanted to say.
Oh my gosh. So yes, I use that.
Yes, I do too. And because probably about maybe 3 years ago, I started looking for the aluminum-free deodorant and tried a whole bunch of them. This is the one that works for me. It's fantastic. So public service announcements. If it's not showing up, that's the Arm & Hammer Essentials. That's the one right there.
Yep, I linked that up on my official Amazon page. All the things. I have 2 deodorants that I like that I approve of. Like I approve of for me and for my body, and they do work. Those work. And then I also use the monkey butt powder on my armpits, even though it's called monkey butt powder. But all that works. I mean, you gotta stay fresh.
Also, hey, I was going to ask you. Speaking of Meeting of the Minds a while ago, did you ever watch the documentary that I did
from Meeting of the Minds?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't. I might have been a long time ago, but I don't recall it. At first, I thought you were talking about the Parrot Head documentary, and I was like, I watched that, the one on Netflix. But yes, is it on the YouTube?
Yeah, it's on my YouTube channel.
Okay.
Because I interviewed you and you and Crystal
on the boat.
On the boat. So it's pretty cool. You make a couple of appearances, so check that out.
Okay, sweet.
Be sure to share this and get it out there and spread the word. And
absolutely.
We'll wrap up. Thank you so much for coming on and being the first guest, season 2 of Music City Trop Rock.
Oh, thank you very much, Jason. And I'm so looking forward to August. That festival in Nashville is going to be so much fun. And I will be there all the days, hanging out, performing a couple times, some as 4K, some as solo. So I'm so here for it. And obviously Mark Mulch and I will be performing tied down together whenever we can. So you'll probably hear it a bunch, but that's the way we want it.
Awesome. Hopefully I'll catch up with you sometime in March. I'll come out to see you in Nashville somewhere.
Yes. Thank you for having me. I appreciate it so much.
Thank you for coming. We're going to wrap it up. That's it, everybody. Thank y'all for watching Music City Trop Rock. See ya.